Welcome to this week's episode of the Pull List Examiner. This is my weekly video where I take a look at the comics I'm looking forward to reading when I head to the comic book shop on New Comic Book Day. New Comic Book Day this week is going to be July 27th, 2022. The pull list is a little bit smaller this week, so that's good for my budget. But there are some items I'm thinking about dropping, but I am looking forward to reading some this week as well. So let's take a look at my top 3 choices for this week. Coming in at number 3 this week is going to be Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi, issue number 3. The first 2 issues of this series have been really good, coming on the heels of the Disney Plus TV series. I think Disney, Marvel, made some choices there to have those coincide, obviously, and there has definitely been a plethora of variant covers as well to try and get everyone out there and spend their money on all the different versions of the comic as well. But I will say that I have enjoyed the writing on the first 2 issues and looking forward to the third. The story so far really isn't a continuing story, it's more of a series of flashbacks as Obi-Wan recounts or retells some events that have happened in the past. We even get to see Qui-Gon Jinn in issue number 2. So I think overall it looks like it's going to be a good series to pick up and read if you're interested in sticking with the normal Star Wars canon. And who knows if they're going to introduce new characters along the way or show some interesting connections to the current plot lines. You never know, but in reality, it's a good series if you're a Star Wars fan. This week at number 2, we have Batman: One Dark Knight. This is a series that has been written and illustrated by Jock, and his artwork has made waves before in the past. He has a famous Joker cover that I think really was maybe one of the initial claims to fame that he had, but I have really liked the story as it is about Batman traveling across Gotham, delivering a convict who, if you read the story, you can see who he is and why they lost power. And that's why it's called One Dark Knight. It really is a dark night for the Dark Knight, and he is traveling across Gotham and has to go through different sections of the city where there are different factions who are out to get him. They know that the convict was in transport, so there's people looking for the convict, there's people looking for Batman, and I actually think it's a pretty exciting story. It's one of those deluxe editions too, so I really like the format of the books. You get to see really big, clear artwork done by Jock, so that's really nice too. And this 3rd issue is the final issue, so that's cool to see the story resolve, but it has been delayed a bit, which is never a good thing, but I am still glad that he was able to get that released, and I'm looking forward to reading it this week. Coming in at number 1 this week is going to be Detective Comics issue 1062. So if you've been following Detective Comics for the last several runs, they have had lots of tie-ins to major DC events that have been going on, such as Fear State, and recently there was a couple of issues that were, I guess you would call them filler, before we jumped into this next big run that is going to be written by Ram V. So I am looking forward to where we are going. There really hasn't been a whole lot of information. There's some write-ups here and there online, and I think there's been a write-up, like a single page ad kind of thing in the back of some of the DC comic issues. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Ram V comes up with. He is a very talented writer. I've enjoyed the run of Swamp Thing that he is actually just about to wrap up, and some of his other series as of late, like Justice League Dark, was really good. And also I have enjoyed reading Radio Apocalypse, which I think they're supposed to be on issue 3, but probably a little bit of a delay on that series. Overall, this could shape up to be some really good writing, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what we get as we jump into this new run on Detective Comics. Thanks again for watching this week's episode of the Pull List Examiner. If you would like to see what I'm going to be picking up at my local comic book shop this Wednesday, you can see my full pull list in the description of the video below. With that being said, thank you everyone for watching, and please look out for the video that I'm going to be posting that will explain the rules on how to participate in the comic book giveaway. I should have a video posted up this week that will show how you, if you're a subscriber, can be entered into the contest for several giveaways that I'll be having. So thanks again for watching, and as always, remember to read them, bag them, and board them, and we will see you next time on the Pull List Examiner.